Right, welcome back everyone. Welcome back to another video on the Trading Up series. We have sold the 25 now after the extensive detail that we've done on it. I've got a list here of how much we've put into it and how much profit that we've made. And I've actually gone out and bought the next project, which is just outside. So we'll have a little look at that in a bit. But I thought I'd just go through the numbers on where we're at basically. Right, so down this side here, I'll put up the actual cost as we go through. But the Rover 25 cost me £350. There's a few little bits and pieces that we need to do to it as well. We stuck it for an MOT straight away, that was £40. And then that came up with a few issues. Well, not issues at passed, just a few advisories, but we thought that we'd do the advisories, some of the advisories anyway, just for peace of mind for next owner really. So the first thing we done was the exhaust, which was £47.67. That was off eBay. The next bit that we done was the boot lock, so that was £54 in total for the whole lock kits itself. Obviously there was a gasket for the exhaust as well, that was £6.99. We've done the discs and pads, that was £63.89 for that's the two front discs and the set of pads. And that gave us a total of £562.55. So the first car that we've got, we are £562.55 into it. Now I put that up for sale for £895. So advertised at £895, and literally the same day I was inundated with messages. Some offered me silly money for it, but there was a couple of really genuine people out there who offered me okay money for it. I said originally I was going to put it up for between £700 and £800, but with the work that we went into it, I ended up putting another £100 or £95 on top of that really, just as a starting bid. Everyone tends to knock you down when buying a car off Facebook Marketplace. I ended up selling the car for £800. So that gave us a profit of £237.45. So we had £350 the initial car. We done £172.55 in parts. Sold it for £800, which gave us a profit of £237.45. So that was that. But yeah, we took that money, was then obviously looking at the next project. Now there's a few Rover 45s, a couple of Rover 75s, but I did pull the trigger on a Metro. Now I sort of like brought this with my heart rather than my head. I saw a few photos on Facebook that's relatively local to me, so didn't have to go too far to get it, but that was an MOT failure on some rust. But hopefully that won't be anything too drastic. It's going to be the normal Metro stuff like front jack and points, front floor area. I think there's a couple of repairs in the rear seals that wasn't done to a satisfactory level. So I think we'll just be looking at repairing the seals and the floors and then hopefully giving it a bit of a clean. Now there is another issue where it's not as clean as what I was hoping for. It's been sat underneath some trees when the photos were taken. I did notice there was some lacquer peel on the bonnet and the roof, but I thought that was localised to just the bonnet and the roof. It turns out to be it's the bonnet, the roof, the boot lids, the tops of the doors, and all that sort of stuff. So I was going to go and do some painting on it, but I think what we're going to do is we're just going to do the rust repair, and we will then just move it on basically. But yeah, I think I might be in the hole with this one. I don't think I'll be able to sell it for much more than what I paid for after putting some more metal in it, obviously giving it a service as well. So I don't think there's going to be much profit to be made out of this one. But again, I bought it with my heart rather than my head. That was going to go to the scrapyard. So hopefully we can save another one, even if it is for another year or two. So yeah, without further ado, let's go and have a look at it. Right, so here we go, a little Rover Metro. It is a Mark III Metro, not a 100. It's a 1.1 carburettor with a 4-speed box. So yeah, as you see, there is only one previous owner on the logbook, so low owners, and I think it's low on mileage as well. We'll have a look at that in a minute anyway, but you can just see straight away with what I mean with the lack of peel. So yeah, it's all over the roof. That's down the tops of the doors here. Not so much this side. The front wing has faded pink. The boot lid all round the bottom of the boot lid as well. Little 1.1 badge. Not really too sure what colour it is, I haven't looked at that yet. And then obviously we've got the lacquer peel on the tops of the A-pillars, tops of the rear wings and tops of the doors, and on the bottom of this door here. And we've got it down this A-pillar here and then along the top of the wing here. Now when I looked at the photos, all I could see, the photos wasn't too great to be honest with you. All I could see was the bit on the bonnet and the roof. And when I was messaging the guy, he did say that was just on the bonnet and the roof. But yeah, I'd already agreed to a price. I wasn't gonna let it go just for that. I was gonna do a little bit of painting. If that was just the bonnet and the roof, I would have painted that myself. But because it's the rest of the car, there's not really a panel where it isn't faded or lacquer peeled. So again, we'll just tidy it up and just sell it as a retro resto rod mod thing. I don't know, you know, someone young might be interested in it. But yeah, that is the car in all its glory. And I thought, as I was doing a video of this today, I'd bring out the Turbo Metro. Haven't used this for a couple of months, and I went to start it the other day and found out that the fuel pump and starter relay box are full of water. I'll stick a picture of that up just in case anyone is interested. But yeah, we was out in this today just because. Right, so yeah, as I say, it's a Rover Metro 1.1 in a very sorry faded condition. Interior's not too bad. It is the basic of the basic models. We have got some stitching to repair on both seats, but I've got a friend, if I take the covers off, she might be able to repair them to a decent standard. Well, they're not ripped anymore anyway. The back seats are absolutely fine. So that's your 5-seater, 5 seat belts. And yeah, just get in. It's only done 32,661 miles. which is low, and as I say, it's only got one former keeper on it. So yeah, nice vinyl roof lining. It's all in good condition. I think these vinyl sun visors are a bit saggy in the sense of, yeah, they're only cardboard anyway, so I think the cardboards just swell up inside there and they ruin them. But 4-speed, no radio, no speakers, even the aerial's got a blank on it. So yeah, this is the basic of a basic, and it has got a choke as well. So I've had this running. The battery's absolutely naff. It won't keep running without the choke. So we've got some mechanical issues to look at there. We've got a mirror adjuster which is broken off, so they're just the same as the MGF mirrors, so we might be able to get another mirror for that and get that repaired. Again, I don't really want to spend too much on this one because it is literally, I paid way too much for it to what we're going to be able to get back. So yeah, right, let's have a look under the bonnet and see what's under there. Right, so as I say, it's only a 1.1 carburetted K-Series 8-valve engine. Quite grubby underneath here. It's got a new battery on it, but the battery is totally flat, so we'll need to put some charge into that. So we might do that later on today. But yeah, this is literally just going to be a new project video, and obviously the numbers for the old car. So it's even got all 4 hubcaps, Rover original hubcaps. So that's quite rare to see. Don't really know what else to show you, to be honest with you. It's just a basic tin can. Let's see if the boot opens. Yeah, boot opens. Lovely vinyl floor. I've got a bit of wood in there. Don't know what that's off. But it's got the tool kit by the looks of it. Spare wheel. All looks relatively nice and rust free. It's probably a better shell than that one, to be honest with you, apart from all the lack of peel. Right, so I've come up with sort of 2 options with this really. Do we repair the rust and just move it on and make a little bit of a profit just to carry on the series? Or do we take that engine out, convert it to a 1.8 VVC and sell it for a little bit more? Obviously there's a little bit more work involved in that because it is a carburetted vehicle, so we'll need a MPI fuel tank with fuel pump and all that sort of stuff, a little bit of wiring to do, but yeah, that's another option that we can look into. Or do we then just do the welding, paint the whole thing? I don't really want to do that because it isn't really going to be worth any more, maybe a little bit more, not worth painting, if you know what I mean. And that is a lot of work to paint a complete vehicle. Again, I didn't mind doing the roof or the bonnet, but yeah, I think doing a full complete paint is pretty much out of the equation. But yeah, I think what we're going to do is I'll just grab the MOT certificate and we'll have a quick look through that, and then just see if we can see the bits that are rusty, and then I think we'll give it a wash and just see what we're left with. How does that sound? Right, so the MOT certificate is here. We have got suspension component mounted, scarred area corroded, offside front floor behind jacking points. Sorry, it's a little bit breezy out here. Offside front floor, inner wing, front of jacking points, floor inner wing of jacking points, near side front, offside front, inner sill, doorstep, visible with the door open. So have a look at that. Outer sill, previous patch only spot welded on. Another patch to the floor, not very good, and then just some wiper blades. So let's see if we can find this other bit through the floor. There it is, look, you can see it, it's all in there. That's all yellow chalked up. Someone has already had a go at pulling all this apart. That wasn't me. Again, I've literally just picked it up, chucked it on a trailer, and then, yeah, left it here really. But yeah, you can see down here, see if I can get, there you go, nice big rusty mess. You can see the floor through there, look, this is all saturated. So I guess what we'll need to do is we'll need to take all the seats out, take the carpet out, and then see what we're really dealing with. And then obviously this bit here, do I dare pull that up? Yeah, so we've got a little bit of inner wing here and a little bit of the door aperture here. Again, not really anything too spontaneous. We've got a little bit here as well that we can just put a little patch in there. I'll just put this back on for now. Let's see if we can see anything underneath. We'll just get a needle and mat. You can see the old dreaded yellow chalk. Again, I guess that's just going to be for the floor. Let's see if I can tip you upside down and show you. But yeah, it's not really anything too drastic, I guess. And then we've got this little patch here, and then up there. I think won't be able to see much until we just go around the other side, have a quick look. And we've got this little patch, although it's not in yellow chalk. I think we might redo that because it's not very good. Can't see anything underneath there, but we have got a previous patch here, look, that's been done. There we go, even taken all the turn flange off here. That's just flat panelled there, so it isn't a very good repair. So there we have it. I think what we're going to do is we're going to give the engine bay a bit of a wash, give the whole car a bit of a quick wash, and then we will leave it there for now. Well, as you can see, it's a lot cleaner now. Just makes it a little bit easier and nicer to work on. Not getting oily, grubby hands every time. It's not perfect, but engine bay's probably never been cleaned in its life, so there's loads of baked on grease, grime and dirt, but we've got the majority of it off anyway, so hopefully it'll just make it a little bit nicer to work on and a little bit easier to detail when we do that final detail. But yeah, you'll probably be worried that the distributor's all full of water and the car's full of water now. It probably is, but we'll be doing a service on it anyway, so we'll be changing all them bits anyway, so not really anything to worry about that at the moment in time. So yeah, I think we'll just carry on and just give the outside a bit of a quick wash with some pre-wash, some snow foam and a contact wash, just to get all the grease, grime and dirt off, and then probably give it a quick dry over, and then we can really see the damage on the car. Right, okay, yeah. Right. Okay. Right, there we have it then. Give it a little bit of a clean, looking a little bit better. It's not perfect, and so it's just a quick clean just to give it a nice start for when we start working on it, basically, so we're not getting caked in crap basically. But you still see, well, you can see the lack of peel still. I did put the pressure washer down a little bit on pressure, but I did get quite close to it. If it blows some lacquer off, I wouldn't really care because look at the state of it. We might be able to blend some of this lacquer in with the original paint to make it look less obvious, but you know, it's still going to be a lacquer peel car at the end of the day. And there's still some places just here where there's loads of little black spots. It needs a proper good decontamination really, but when it's when we got it all done, all the welding and all that sort of stuff, and it's all back together, we will give it a good detail inside and out again. But as I say, this is just a starter to obviously make it look fairly tidy in the yard rather than a bit of a scrap car. But there we go. I did dry it, but it wasn't meant to rain today, but it's now started raining. It's getting a bit late on the day as well, so it's starting to get dark now. I was going to bring it inside the unit and dry it off properly, but the unit is just full at the minute, so we can't do that. So we'll save that for another day. We'll save that for the final detail, I reckon. But what do you guys reckon? Do you think that's a good buy or bad buy? Again, it's the paintwork is shot on it, but that might do some young lad who wants to get into a retro car. You know, it's patina at the end of the day, into I think what the Americans call it. So yeah, I think we'll leave this episode here for now. We will the next episode we'll get rid of the interior, the carpets, the seats and all that sort of jazz, and we'll start the welding, get up on the ramp. We have got a ramp outside now which the race car is on, so we'll be able to get that on the ramp and give the underside a bit of a steam clean as well, and that might make things a little bit easier when we go to weld it up. But yeah, I think for now we'll leave it here. Again, it was just a quick video to say how much we have got into the project so far, how much we made on the last car and all that sort of stuff, and we're now moved on to the next one. So hopefully we can turn this around pretty quickly, and yeah, we will just keep plucking away at it really. I'm not sure this is the wisest purchase. I should have gone for one of the 75s really, or one of the 45s, which needed less work. But you know, you never know until you get these cars, unfortunately. And again, I bought it with my heart, not my head. But yeah, we'll leave it here for now. The next episode we'll get the interior out, we'll get all the rust noted, and obviously start doing some rust repairs on there, and then hopefully there's probably going to be 2 or 3 episodes on this. So this one, the rust repair, getting the engine serviced and running right, because at the minute it doesn't really run too great, and yeah, and then the final detail. But I probably wouldn't do an episode on detail because the last video just on the 25 is pretty much what we're going to be doing to all these cars when we get them. So yeah, so I think I'll leave it here for now. Thank you for watching, and hopefully we will see you in the next video.